Greetings from Columbia, Maryland, where we are recording Razzle Dazzle Radio, a show brought to you by Howard Community College. I'm Carolyn Kelemen, and I'm here with my co-host, Judy Templeton. And Judy, do you remember the Teresa Brewer hit of 1955? It goes, put another nickel in the Nickelodeon. All I want is having you. And music, music, music. I know I'm a little off key, but the theme of the show is music during this winter season. So I'll turn it over to you so you can introduce our guest for the show. Take it away, kiddo.
All right. I'm not going to address whether I remember that song or not. We're going to leave that out there. I'm super excited because we are going to find out all the fun happenings right here in the center of Columbia, down at Lake Kittamaqundi, Offshore Collective and Encore Collective. Now, try to say those 3 times. All right. For those of you that don't know about it, shame on you. And this is what took over for Clyde's and the Tomato Palace. And so not only do we have this amazing restaurant that has continual excitement and entertainment every night, right next door is a concert hall, and you feel like you're walking into New York City, and that is called the Encore. You don't have to worry about making any plans for the holiday. Just walk right on down and walk in either one of those doors, and you are set. Now we're going to have Demitian Gilbert. And Demitian, what is your official title there? Because I'm going to call you the king of everything, because I always see you running, doing all things. So that's my title for you. But what is your official title?
So I'm one of the managing partners.
Okay. He is always there, always making fun activities. And so definitely go visit and meet him, if anything. So Demitian, tell us about the holidays at Offshore and what we can expect.
Yeah, so we have a lot of really, really fun holiday themed activities happening during the season. We've already had carolers coming from Wild Lake High School. So they come Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every week through Christmas. If you haven't seen them already, definitely come check them out this weekend and through Christmas, and they'll be here Christmas Eve as well. We have Santa has been here this past Monday and Tuesday. They'll be here tonight, and then he'll be here Christmas Eve next week as well. Then we have beautiful decorations and, of course, the delicious food. So you're pretty familiar with that, Judy.
I am. I love your chicken Chesapeake. That's just saying.
Absolutely. And then next door at Encore, just tons of great, great programming. Some of the things we have coming up right now, pulling up my calendar. So today is our last day for our Holly Jolly. That is collaboration we've done with Blossoms of Hope. And so it's holiday themed programming and all for a great cause. We have Morgan James coming on Friday. And if you're not familiar, you should definitely be familiar. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing blues, jazz, soul singer. She went to Juilliard. She's worked with Postmodern Jukebox. She's incredible. And so she's coming this Friday. We have Motown Christmas happening this weekend. So many things. We had an Elvis Christmas show already. We had a John Denver Christmas show already. Just though, we're in the spirit.
Yes, you are. So even when it's not holiday time, though, don't you have special nights like trivia and half price night for this and that? Tell us a little bit about after the holidays for a quick second before we talk about the New Year's Eve gala.
On Tuesdays, we do trivia with Cap City Trivia. We have that happening, and that's weekly. And we try to stick to like theme trivias. That way it's something special, and you know what the theme is every week. And we list that out a month at a time, so you can see what's happening for the entire month if you join our newsletter. We have brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 10:30 to 2:30. We have half price wine on Sundays. So yeah, we always have something almost every single day. In Offshore, we have some sort of daily special or feature. We have shows in Encore 3 to 5 days a week. So even when everyone else is closed, we're still kicking.
And I love your happy hours. It's one of the best happy hours around.
It is for sure. Okay, so all this, and Wait, if you're trying to answer the question of what are you doing New Year's Eve, speaking of old songs, I have an idea. Why don't you go on down to the Collective and / Encore, because this is what's happening. You walk in the door, unless it's changed, to the left are heavy hors d'oeuvres, amazing hors d'oeuvres, not chinchy ones, really good ones. Open bar with every kind of drink, not just one little rail drink cocktail, okay? Champagne, of course, at midnight. But wait a minute, it gets better. There's a DJ on the offshore side spinning the latest tunes, so you can dance and get down there. Or you can walk through the door into the Encore where there's a live band. And it's a bar in there. I mean, it's everything you can imagine. I haven't missed a one, and I'll be coming this year again. I can't wait. It's my favorite time. Yep, it's my favorite time to bring in the new year. Make sure that you don't have to put that on your calendar. You know when New Year's is. So just show up.
What time does it start?
So we have a VIP session from 8 to 9, and then doors open for everyone else at 9 o'clock.
I mean, because it goes to, midnight and after. So
yeah, we go strong until about 1:30. Yes.
Yep, that's it. Oh, well, I'll be seeing you there. And so, Demitian, I know you're super busy during this holiday time. So I know you have to get back to getting everything rolling. But thank you so much. And thank you for everything you do here, because it's just a really special place. And it was hard for people in Columbia to let go of Clyde's. But hey, you all brought it, and it hits the times we're in, and I just love it. Thank you so much for all your work.
Thank you. And
happy holidays and happy New Year.
Yeah, happy holidays to everyone here. And I love Razzle Dazzle podcast. So anytime you want me, I'm here.
All right. We're going to remember that. Be careful what you ask for. All right.
Well, you don't have to go. Right there.
Razzle Dazzle, Demitian. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Carolyn. I know you're dying to ask Rick some things about both of your colorful pasts, because you've known Rick longer than me.
Yes, indeed. We go way back to Ann Allen, who was the maven of modern dance in Columbia in the 70s.
Yep.
He was a babe in arms and just,
I was a teenager.
Right. And she, of course, coerced him into being in performances or helping out. That was the time of John Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Remember it well.
But I remember Rick, kind of growing up in the world of entertainment here in Columbia, working with Tom Brzezinski, I think, down at the lakefront and other people, and making that happen also. So it's nice to have you here today.
Yeah, well, it did start. I've been in Howard County since I was 3 years old. So I was here before Columbia. I remember in the car with my parents, I was about 10, I don't know. We were heading south on 29, a little 2-lane road to my dad's office. And my mom pointed off to the right. There's going to be a city over there.
Mm-hmm.
Why I didn't remember that until it was Wild Lake Village Center, Slayton House. We were at rehearsal with Ann Allen, Columbia Dance Theater and Multimedia Theater. And I'm in the Village Green playing my guitar. And I looked and said, oh, this is the city my mom was talking about. And the rest is history. But I didn't move to Columbia till after high school, though I did go to Wild Lake for class. But all my friends were here. And that's when I got involved right away. Someone called me and said, check out this multimedia theater with Ann Allen. And I went and visited her at her townhouse, played some songs, one I've written. And next was history. And I was involved with the music with the theater part. And then ended up she choreographed some of my music to the dances. And I even got to work with Charles Weidman for a while there when he came down.
Wow, that's a blast from the past right there.
Yes. He had a dance. She choreographed one of his dances, Lynchtown, for Columbia Dance Theater. And he came down to work with the dancers on that. And
I remember
performed at the lakefront. And the music was a clarinet and a drum. He played the drum and I played the clarinet. And then the rest is history. So I did that, and I got involved with musical theater. After high school, I was teaching private guitar lessons for a living. right in high school. I just took off, made a living with that. And then I started the coffee houses in Columbia.
That's what you're known for me. Yes, that's where I come in.
Yeah, and then into the early 80s, then opened one in Ellicott City, Main Street, for a couple of years. We had some amazing acts, and it's just evolved from there to where I am now. You know, I'm retired from my job as a realtor for 30 years with Remax. And so what I do now is music. 100% music. My wife and I lead the music for the contemporary music for our church every Sunday for the last 20 years. And I was still teaching guitar. I retired from that. And I do encore, and I continue to write Christian contemporary songs. So my role at Encore right now is just a blessing. I was there before Encore came. It was Clyde's had the Soundry there. And so I worked there. And then they closed during COVID. That was very sad. And then when Encore came along, I was so excited. And it's locally owned, and it's just a wonderful space. What ties all this that I've done over the years up to now, using music and the arts, but using music to create connection and belonging in the community. And
that's the theme of this show. Great job.
I realized that thinking about coming on and talking. What am I talking about? Well, that's what it is. And now my role at Encore, really, who am I at Encore? Well, Carolyn, you saw when you came in the other week for Benji Parecki concert. Oh, it's amazing how great it was to see you. And it just brought back all these memories. And where was I? I was at the front desk as people came in. And what am I doing? I'm a host. That's all. And ticketing, but most of the tickets are bought ahead of time. And what else do I do? I wristband. That's the least of it. What it is, it's the first impression when they come in. And I'm so excited when they start coming in because they're all excited. They're ready for a good time. They know when they come in, I'm alive. It's like, it's the first impression. And so we're getting the check-in with scanning the ticket and all that. But that is all underlying while all the time we're talking. Is this your first time here? Welcome. You're going to love it. Blah, blah. I just get so excited. I show them to the tables and then I'm the last one they see when they leave. And they're all, oh, we had a great time. No one has ever left Encore dissatisfied. I mean, you said it's like coming into New York City. I don't feel that. It's like home and it's community. It's not a big city, but it's bigger than it was when we got started. And people come from all over to Columbia for this because it's unlike any place else. The room is just so comfortable and inviting, and it's intimate. The sound is amazing, as you know. And we have artists that travel the world or the country. And then we have artists that are local and regional. And Judy, like you had said, you just show up. It's going to be great. Even if you're not into jazz or R&B, doesn't matter. It's going to be the best of the best.
And, also, I like that they also spread out some different things. Like I've been to the psychic channeler that they've had there. I can't remember her name. Debbie. Yeah, it was really a fun event. I think they had bingo coming up, too, where they're going to have music and then bingo. Am I right about that? I think that's like December 22nd
I think so.
Or something.
I only do the live music. I'm not there for live music, but yes, I think they're going to have that. I know they've had bingo and they've had comedians and it's just wonderful.
Yeah. I'm curious how you pick the people or who produces the actual performers. Wow. And will we have any more local folks like Benji Parecki coming in the future?
We do. We've had many. I don't know. We all know Benji, very local, but we've had an artist, and her name slips my mind, but she went to River Hill High School. She's a jazz saxophonist, a songwriter, amazing singer. And she's been there a couple of times. Now she does tours the world. She's all over the place now. She went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, as did my son. She's local. Boy, when she comes, everybody's there, but she's all over the place. And we've had other local musicians as well, but it's the gamut. It's really, really nice, really nice. And Danny Schwartz is our talent buyer, and I've known him since the Soundry. And so he does all the bookings. He's not alone with that. Stacy and Randy, who are really the owners of Encore, where they're the main partners for the Encore.
Yes, they were on our show last year. We had hoped to get them this time, but they're super busy. So
and they are they're great people. Oh,
yes,
and
they
the musicians.
are. Right. That was the thing that we were excited to hear. Yes.
This venue is just, it's more than a venue. And it's not a concert hall. It's an intimate listening room, beautiful place. Since I'm at the front, people see me all the time. And I'm probably the oldest person that works at Offshore, Collective, or Encore. People come in, they think I manage the place. No, I don't. Let me introduce you. They think no. Because I'm up front, and that's what they think, and I look that way. Stacy, Randy, Demitian, Josh, this place, man, it wouldn't be without them. I mean, this is their baby.
Yes. Well, it's the passion of the arts, like you say.
Yes.
Do what you love and love what you do. And you have been blessed to have a career of that, as I have, as Carolyn has. We've all worked in the arts, and it's served us well. We always encourage everybody on this show to find one of them.
The Encore, to me, it's a continuation. It's a natural continuation of our community's artistic values. It's accessible. Encore is intimate. It's community-centered. And it's a kind of space where emerging artists and longtime arts performers and supporters can share the same room and keep a creative community.
You're absolutely right. So It's interesting that, to my point, that it reminds me of a lounge in New York, is that I think there's a lot of lounges in New York that are intimate too. It just has that, it's just got this modern, really cool vibe, but yet comfy at the same time. And also, I like that when Carolyn, you mentioned about local acts, a couple times they've even had some musical theater companies come and do, and that has been really fun. I think it was Chesapeake Arts did it, which was Tommy Malick's group when he was managing them. And so I like that they've had touches of that as well.
Maybe we could have a reunion of Ann Allen's dancers in there, the second generation of them, and put on a show.
Okay. I'll pass on managing that. But it is like Demitian said, isn't it almost 5 times a week that you have shows? Is that the schedule? Is that correct?
Almost always at least 3, but not unusual to go 4 or 5. And if there's no show, Encore is not open, or if there's not an event, like there could be a private event. But if there's no program there, it's closed. It's not a bar where you come in and enjoy.
But we should mention that on top of all this fun, getting to see you at the front, and certainly you make everybody happy, as joyful as you are, so they get a good start into the show. You can also get drinks and food there. And the food is, of course, from the Offshore, which is delicious, by the way, too, and a very kind of unique menu. So you can do eat, drink, and be merry all together in both. So,
well, everybody else can. I can't eat, drink, and be merry.
Whatever. You don't have time to eat anyway. You're straightening me.
That's right.
You don't want lettuce in your teeth.
Right.
You looked merry at the concert I was at. You looked very merry hanging out with people.
Every night. Every night is that way. I ran into Benji before he showed up. I hadn't seen him for like 20 years or so. I ran into him. I was at a celebration of life for a musician friend that we both have. And so I went up to him afterwards. He said, I remember, I haven't seen you in a long time, and you played guitar and sang at the Hilton, didn't you? I said, at the Atrium Seafood Buffet. I'd roam around. I said, I was there with my parents, and I was about 9.
Oh, boy.
So my age. He is what a wonderful, wonderful person. Yeah.
Well, before we go, let's think about what to do here for the future, and tell us maybe about some future events that that they're talking about for Encore.
And some of your favorites.
Favorites. Well, we just had one of my favorites, Slim Man. He's out in California now, but he started out here in Baltimore with a band called Boot Camp. I mean, he may have started before that, but after high school, my friend Tom Alonso was part of that band. But now Slimland, man, he does an amazing show. But coming up, Morgan James, I don't know if it's sold out yet. It should be. But if it's not, go get some tickets right away. She's coming up. Kelly Bell Band is coming. He's local from the Baltimore area.
Now, is this for January, Rick, that you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think Morgan Jane, probably beginning of January. Or she might be this Friday. She's coming up. She's coming up real soon. What I recommend for the audience to go to the website, thecollectiveencore.com, look at the schedule. And if you see something that kind of you're not sure, do a YouTube search of that artist and find them in a live performance, and you'll know what you're coming to see. Because they're all good. They're all great. You'll find something that appeals to you. And I'll be there to welcome you in and greet you.
So you're planning on being there. So we can count on seeing you for 2026.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Also, I do want to add another great thing that they do, and you sort of touched upon it, but I believe it was the Holly Jolly Christmas shows gave a portion to groups. And I like to shout out Blossoms of Hope is a really great nonprofit here in the county. And I know that they gave, a portion to that. And that's just, and again, that goes back to that community collaboration that all of us feel so strongly about that we've had here in Columbia for so long. And even as connection is dwindling in some ways, it's so wonderful to know that there's still places where we can find it. And you're definitely making that point clear. So, Carolyn, you have any last minute questions before we need to go here?
Put another nickel in that Nickelodeon. All we really want is music, music, music.
Oh, boy. All right. Favorite. I always like to get this before. Favorite holiday song. Okay, Rick, what's your favorite holiday song?
Favorite holiday song. I mean, right now, see, my wife and I, Margaret, been leading the music, the contemporary Christian music at our church for 20 years. And so the ones that come to mind are not the jingle bells and all that stuff. The one most recently is Mary Did You Know? Kathy Mattea has done that every Christmas Eve. I do Oh Holy Night. One of my favorites, but I don't know if I have a one favorite. I mean, there's just so much, there's just so much out there. Yeah.
Well, you came up with some. Yours, Carolyn.
And yours? What's yours?
Mine? Oh, for sure. All I Want for Christmas is You. I'm a Mariah Carey. I went to her show here last year. I love her.
She'll be at Encore in April. No, just
Oh, good. Okay, could you work on that? That would be great. And if I have to go backward in time, I'm going to go with Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one.
Classic.
It's a one-hit wonder, Jingle Bell Rock. Yeah. My husband, who's a physician, took care of I don't remember his name, but the person who wrote that, and he died soon afterward.
Oh.
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock, whatever.
Well, then that's interesting because your husband has two famous people then, because I went to see him back in January for the first time. So that's one famous person. And then there's this person.
Yeah. I did say you could promote here. So
what a story. Wow.
Okay, lastly, because I've already answered this question, what are you doing New Year's Eve, Rick? Are you working or
You
what?
bet I am, and I'm all excited to do it. I mean, some people think I'm going to work New Year's Eve. I'm all for it.
Oh, I could see that. You could work and get paid and have fun at the same time. Why not?
I'll be there. You just got to keep me from sneaking into the champagne.
Okay. Well, I'll be there. I'll sneak you a little bit in. So, Carolyn, where are you going to be for New Year's Eve?
Well, now that we've had Rick on, I think I'm going to go be there too. I normally spend it a quiet night.
All right. Now, I'm not going to let them start the show till you show up.
Okay.
It's on you now.
Well, Rick, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you for doing Razzle Dazzle with us. And you certainly bring Razzle Dazzle to the Encore. They're blessed to have you. Keep that spirit going. Carolyn, it's always a blast. And everyone have the happiest holiday ever. We're going to go into 2026 with some Razzle Dazzle. Until then, Judy Templeton, Carolyn Kelemen, and guest Rick LaRocca.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you just heard, we have a whole universe of podcasts waiting for you. Simply search Dragon Podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. You can also explore our full lineup and discover new shows at podbean.com/dragonpodcasts. That's podbean.com/dragonpodcasts.